So we've got 11 area teams playing in 10 games this week. We've got Bremont and Mart playing each other, of course. Um, who should be most thankful that they are still playing? Or to phrase that another way, who's our biggest surprise that we got here in the third round?
Uh,
Okay, now I wish
yeah,
I'd read these questions ahead of time.
Michael, start us off.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy because of the tradition of this program, but I think it's Mart, man.
I agree. I think that's the
I mean,
answer.
and look, and I mean, because I think we all picked against Mart last week, but I mean, I don't
Two
think
weeks
the
in a
three
row,
of
I
us,
think.
and I don't think the three of us are necessarily surprised to see Mart playing well at this time of the year and winning playoff games. I mean, we're used to that, but just given the kind of up and down season it's
Mm-hmm.
been for them, and in integrating a first year coach and trying different kids at quarterback and trying to figure out, hey, how can we consistently win football games, especially at this time of the year when it matters most, but. As we talked about all freaking year long, District 10 2A Division 2 is far and away, the best Class 2A Division 2 district in the state, with Chilton and Bremont and Goldthwaite, who all won their first playoff game. That district went 4-0 in
Right.
that first week of
Right.
playoffs. So that just in itself tells you how good it is, and still have Mart and Bremen still in it. I think that's going to be a heck of a game. But in terms of being most thankful and grateful to be at this time of the year, I mean, heck, I think a four seed still being alive in Mart under first year coach. I think that's the answer.
Yeah, I'll put it this way, not to interrupt you, Cheb, before you start talking, but we've got most of our teams left have double digit wins. Mart, meanwhile, is 7-5. As you said, Michael, it's been a little bit of an up and down year, but talk about a good time to be playing your best ball. Chad, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I agree. I think these are some of the stories that we don't necessarily get in real time. Um, Years later, a coach will tell you how something progressed and developed within the walls of their program.
Mm,
But I mean, Mart was pretty much dead in the water on November 7th when they lost 40 to 14 against Goldthwaite, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, you know, get out the basketballs and just get everybody to the next week of school, and then they'll do Thanksgiving at home for once.
Mhm.
And then they beat Cumbie in by district 40-6, pick up some momentum apparently, because then they beat Lovelady 45-32 last
That's a
week.
good Love Lady team too.
Right, right. And you go, okay, were they sandbagging against Goldthwaite? Or did something click, in that by district week, or did they say, well, or we got nothing left to lose now, or whatever. And it's like I said, years from now, we might get Lancaster to start telling us, the nitty gritty of how this happened to go from fourth place to playing on Thanksgiving week. And you know what? They gave Bremont all they wanted for a really, really good long time
You
in
were
that
there.
district
You were
football
there and
game.
saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bremont has got to be a little bit nervous this week going into that game
no
because
doubt. No doubt. And so I am going to get a chance to talk to Coach Lancaster today. And maybe that's a question I'll ask. How has this happened?
Well, okay, I
But
I can say this real quick because I've kept up with their stats at least. I mean, I hate to box score watch, but if there's one thing that Mart is doing maybe better in the last 2 weeks, than they have
run
all
the
year
ball.
is running the ball. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
holy smokes. They've had Quinn Preston. It's been
mhm.
a combination of Quinn Preston, Ahmad Scott, and Carmelo Medlock all go for big rushing games in the last 2 weeks. And particularly last week, Quinn Preston, a sophomore running back, and Ahmad Scott, they both combined for over 400 yards rushing, just the two of
Yeah, and
them.
in one of
So,
those games, maybe I don't remember if it was the Cumbie or the Lovelady game, but
mhm.
Quinn Preston broke one that was like 90 something yards. And
Yeah.
I mean, he went from one side of the field to the other. I saw the clip of that one.
Okay.
So,
And it could be something as simple as they had some linemen out against Goldthwaite and they got healthy and ready to go, that
Possible.
first week of the playoffs. And I'll say this just to add on to the point is we all have sports teams that we care about and probably care about too much, you know, and you lose the game by 26 points and you end up in fourth place in district and everybody's kind of probably a little bit sour on things. And then all of a sudden it turns around, you know, and you're living on the high, right? And it's crazy how sports does this to us. And this is why I often say sports is the worst drug ever invented.
It can be the best on certain days.
Well, and the reason why I say the sports is the worst drug ever invented is because the high is so good.
The high is so good, but the low really, really sucks. And I mean, I'll never forget. Not to bring up bad memories to Midway folks, but just that Midway softball game. I remember walking off and just seeing several Midway administrators there and just going, sports, man, sports.
That's what the day I came up with that little saying, and I think that I'll go ahead and have them put that on my gravestone when I die.
That's pretty good.